Imagine this. You are driving down an empty American highway at midnight, the road stretching endlessly ahead of you like a dark ribbon under the stars. And then, out of nowhere, in your rearview mirror, you see it. Two red and blue lights cutting through the darkness, spinning fast, getting closer and closer and closer. Your heart rate doubles. Your foot instinctively presses harder on the accelerator, and in that single terrifying moment, one question burns through your mind like fire. Is that police car fast enough to catch me? Now, before you ever even think about answering that question with your foot on the gas, you need to understand something deeply, something that most people completely get wrong about American police cars. Because the truth is far more powerful, far more engineered, and far more sophisticated than anything you have seen in the movies. And today, in this video, we are going to go all the way to the bottom of that truth, slowly, clearly, and with real numbers, real machines, and real examples that will genuinely shock you. To truly understand how fast American police cars are today, you first have to go back to the beginning, because this story does not start in a factory. It starts with criminals. In the era of prohibition in the 1920s and 1930s, when the United States government made alcohol illegal across the nation, bootleggers, men who secretly transported and sold illegal alcohol, began modifying their cars with powerful hidden engines so that they could outrun the police on dirt roads in dark country highways, and law enforcement simply could not keep up. The police were driving standard, stock, everyday vehicles, while the criminals were driving hot rods, and that humiliation forced the government and car manufacturers to sit down together and solve a problem that would permanently change automotive history. By the 1950s, American manufacturers like Ford, Chevrolet, and Dodge began offering what are called police packages, specially built versions of their cars with upgraded engines, stronger brakes, reinforced suspensions, and improved cooling systems designed to handle the brutal stress of high-speed pursuit driving. And from that moment forward, the police car was no longer just a car. It became a weapon, a machine engineered specifically to hunt. Now, here is where most people make their biggest mistake. They look at a police car sitting at a traffic light, they see something that looks like a normal Ford Explorer or a Dodge Charger, and they think to themselves, that is just a regular car with some lights on top. And that thought, that casual underestimation, is completely, dangerously wrong. Take the Ford Police Interceptor Utility, which is currently the best-selling police vehicle in all of the United States, making up more than half of all police car sales in the country. And at first glance, it looks exactly like the Ford Explorer you might see a suburban family driving their kids to school in. But underneath that familiar body is an entirely different machine. The Ford Police Interceptor Utility sprints up to 150 miles per hour and lunges from 0 to 60 miles per hour in as little as 5.77 seconds Aikens Ford. And that is not a modified race car. That is a standard, out-of-the-box police SUV. The engine that officers fight over in this vehicle is the 3-liter EcoBoost V6, making an extraordinary 400 horsepower hot cars. And what makes this even more remarkable is that this engine is paired with a specially tuned transmission, an upgraded suspension system built to handle high-speed cornering and sudden direction changes, reinforced brakes engineered for repeated emergency stops, and an advanced cooling system so the engine does not overheat during a long, sustained chase. All things your everyday family SUV absolutely does not have. Think about it this way. If your car is a household kitchen knife, the Police Interceptor Utility is a surgical scalpel. It looks similar from a distance, but in the hands of someone trained to use it, the difference in precision and lethality is incomparable. Now, let us talk about the actual machines that are patrolling American streets right now, because knowing the names is not enough. You need to understand the real numbers, and those numbers are deeply impressive. The first machine you absolutely must know is the Dodge Charger Pursuit, which is one of the most iconic and recognizable police cars in American history, a wide-body, aggressive 4-door muscle car that has been chasing criminals across America for decades. The pre-2021 Dodge Charger Pursuit was capable of reaching 152 miles per hour at full throttle, auto evolution, which means it was moving at over 220 kilometers per hour, faster than most sports cars that civilians drive on public roads. The Charger Pursuit tops the speedometer at 149 miles per hour and launches from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.87 seconds Aikens Ford. And to give you a frame of reference for how fast that is, the average family sedan takes between 8 and 10 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour, meaning the Charger Pursuit is leaving your everyday commuter car before you even have time to fully press your foot down. The second machine is the Chevrolet Tahoe KPV, the massive, powerful police SUV that you have certainly seen sitting outside courthouses, schools, and shopping centers across America. The Tahoe PPV features a 5.3-liter V8 engine capable of 355 horsepower and can hit a top speed of 140 miles per hour top speed, which is nothing short of extraordinary when you consider the sheer size and weight of this vehicle. It is the equivalent of taking a large military truck and giving it the heart of a race car, and then teaching it to corner like a sports coupe. And the third machine is the Dodge Durango Pursuit, the versatile police SUV that can chase you down a city highway, follow you off-road through a muddy field, and still have enough cargo space to carry a K9 unit in the back. The Durango Pursuit has a top speed setting of 130 miles per hour, and it's equipped with a legendary 5.7-liter Hemi V8 that has been producing raw, thundering American horsepower for generations. What most people do not realize is that police cars in the United States are not just bought and put on the road. They are tested, evaluated, and certified through a rigorous scientific process that ensures every single vehicle meets a minimum standard of performance before any department can approve it for pursuit duty. The Michigan State Police, one of the most respected law enforcement agencies in the country, sets historical performance criteria that require a pursuit vehicle to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 9.0 seconds, from 0 to 80 miles per hour in 14.9 seconds, and from 0 to 100 miles per hour in 24.6 seconds. And these are the minimum requirements, meaning most modern police cars far exceed these numbers. Every year, manufacturers bring their newest police vehicles to official testing grounds, where officers, engineers, and government officials measure acceleration, braking distance, top speed, lateral handling, and heat management under sustained full-throttle conditions. Because a police car that overheats after 2 minutes of chasing someone is completely useless, and the manufacturers know this, which is why every component is engineered with pursuit endurance in mind, not just peak performance. And now we arrive at perhaps the most startling, most unexpected chapter of this entire story: the future of American police cars. Because while you might think the gas-powered muscle car is the peak of police vehicle performance, the reality is that electric vehicles are beginning to challenge, and in some cases completely defeat, the traditional pursuit car in every single performance category. 2 electric patrol cars bested the entire traditional fleet in acceleration: Ford's Mustang Mach-E GT and Chevrolet's new Blazer EV police pursuit vehicle, Atlanta News First. And what makes this development so significant is that electric motors produce their maximum torque, their maximum pulling and accelerating force, instantly the moment you press the pedal, with 0 delay, 0 gear shifting, and 0 engine warm-up time required. The 2024 Chevrolet Blazer EV police pursuit vehicle features a power output of 498 horsepower and 571 pound-feet of torque, pushed to all 4 wheels, and it can hit 25 miles per hour in reverse, meaning it can chase you in multiple directions simultaneously with terrifying efficiency. And the concern among law enforcement is not that their cars are too slow. It is now the opposite. Modern electric vehicles like the Kia EV6 GT reach 60 miles per hour in just 3.2 seconds, and the fastest Tesla models do it in well under 3 seconds, meaning the newest civilian electric cars can now potentially outrun even the fastest standard police cruiser in acceleration, Atlanta News First. And this is pushing American law enforcement to accelerate their own transition to electric pursuit vehicles faster than anyone anticipated. Officers themselves are eager for the change. Officers are actively requesting to drive the new electric patrol vehicles because of their performance characteristics, with one lieutenant saying these vehicles would be his first choice for highway pursuits because of how quickly they reach speed, Atlanta News First. But here is the deeper truth, the thing that truly separates a police car chase from a simple race between two vehicles. It is not just about speed, it is about the human being behind the wheel. Every officer who drives a pursuit-rated vehicle in the United States undergoes specialized high-speed driving training, learning techniques like the pit maneuver, the precision immobilization technique, where the officer uses their vehicle to tap the rear corner of a fleeing car, causing it to spin out and stop. A maneuver that requires extraordinary skill, timing, and precision to execute safely at high speeds. American police officers train in vehicle dynamics, in understanding how weight shifts under hard braking, how tires behave at the edge of their grip limits, how to navigate traffic at high speed without endangering civilians. And this training, combined with the raw engineering of the pursuit vehicle, creates something that is far more dangerous to any fleeing driver than raw top speed alone. The roads you are driving on are the same roads the officer knows intimately from daily patrol. The radio in the police car is already coordinating with other units who are setting up roadblocks ahead of you. The helicopter circling overhead has a camera on your car. Speed, in the context of a police chase, is only the very first layer of a system that is specifically designed to make escape nearly impossible. So let us come back to that image, the dark highway, the spinning lights growing larger in your mirror, and the question burning in your mind: are American police cars fast? The answer is not simply yes. The answer is that American police cars are purpose-built hunting machines, engineered over 70 years of continuous development, tested by the most rigorous government evaluation programs in the world, driven by trained professionals who understand the science of speed at a level most drivers never will, and now being joined by a new generation of electric pursuit vehicles that are rewriting every speed record that came before them. A typical American police car today reaches a top speed between 120 and 150 miles per hour under ideal conditions, with some specialized models capable of exceeding 200 miles per hour, Lexus & Company. The machine in your mirror is not just a car. It is the result of decades of engineering, millions of dollars of government investment, and the collective determination of an entire nation to ensure that the law always catches up. The next time you see those red and blue lights, remember this: the gap between that vehicle and yours is not just measured in miles per hour. It is measured in decades of science, training, and relentless human will. And that gap, no matter how fast you think you are going, is always closing. If you made it to the end of this video, drop a comment below and tell me which police car surprised you the most. Was it the 150-mile-per-hour Ford Interceptor, the electric Blazer, or something else entirely? Hit the like button if this video gave you something to think about, subscribe so you never miss a deep dive like this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay curious, stay safe.